What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Masculine Energy. I kind of forgot which channel I was making this video for. I just want to talk about, is no contact always the best option, right? So I had a guy reach out to me and he was like, I'm in this situation. I'm not going to repeat the situation. You guys don't care about that. But he's like, I'm in this situation, and he's like, is no contact the best option for me? I want you guys to, and most of the time it is. Let me just answer that question right away. Most of the time it is, like 95% of the time. Especially because when someone ends the relationship and they don't want to be with you, as Corey Wayne would say, when someone unilaterally ends a relationship, someone says, hey, I no longer want to be with you. And if it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's because I just crushed a set. And that's true, because when someone just ends the relationship with you, they say, hey, I feel this way and I can't stand being around you anymore, right? What they're doing is they're shielding themselves and they're closing themselves off from you. And for them to open back up, the negativity, the anger, resentment, sadness, all about that, everything about the relationship, they need to sort of forget about it, right? They need time. They need emotional distance. So 99% of the time, they need that no contact period because they need to go through, like, relationships mostly end because of negativity. That's why I'm telling you no contact's the best option. Yes, that is why doing it is always going to be the best. And in his situation, she left him. And she said, I do not want to do this anymore. I don't want to try anymore. I'm not willing to put in the effort anymore. So you never want to chase someone who is not willing to put that effort in. Now, if you're not in a situation like this, it's probably better that you reach out to me, do coaching with me, so I can read over the situation and tell you if it's better or not. But 90% of the time, no contact is going to be your best friend. Like I said, relationships usually end, or a woman will usually walk away from you because she feels there's too much friction between you two. There's too much negative energy, something, or you're lacking something. For example, you could be lacking leadership in your masculine role. Some men don't even know how to lead themselves. How are they going to lead a relationship properly? And when a woman goes into her masculine too much, she's going to want to walk away from that too, because that feminine energy, that feminine essence is her natural place. Now, there are some women who out there who grow up and they are more masculine by nature because that's what their household was like. So when she goes out with a guy who's masculine as well, they won't work either. He needs to work too hard to get her in her feminine, which is playful, love, like just be there, show up, look hot. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? With the feminine essence. Like, that's what I want when a woman. I want a woman to just be there, like, look hot. It's not that hard, right? And it's not that I don't value her opinion or anything like that, but I'm very comfortable in leading the relationship where I think it needs to go. And then her body language and the way she reacts to you is going to show you whether she thinks it's correct or not. And most of the time, if she thinks that you're making enough money, that you can handle yourself, that you can protect her, what else is there for her to go into her masculine about? So at the end of the day, you have to realize that most relationships are about a few specific things that women are looking for in men. Obviously, compatibility on a day-to-day basis is one of them, right? But at the core biological level, they're looking just for safety and security and that whole thing. So if you're able to provide that to her, but then obviously be kind to her in a way that she can be around you, because why the fuck would anybody on the face of this planet want to be around somebody that they don't like? So yeah, there's that aspect to it too. Most of the time, yeah, women walk away because they're just tired of your shit, so to speak, right? And are women sometimes the issue? Absolutely. This isn't about that. This is about guys coming to me mostly because they get dumped by a girl. And when that happens, most of the time it's because she thinks of you in a negative way. And you need to be able to reverse that. So what guys usually come to me asking is, how do I fix this? How do I put this back together? What do I do? And what you need to do is you need to evaluate yourself, evaluate your shortcomings, evaluate what your strengths are, and eliminate the shortcomings in a relationship as much as possible. And most of the time, that just comes from having the right boundaries, the right structure. Like, like how to react to certain things. For example, if you go to the grocery store and you come home a little bit late and your woman yells at you because you're late, you got to be like, look, you know, I was at the grocery store. Yeah, I'm an hour late than I said I was going to be, but here's all the food that I just bought for us, right? If your girl's yelling at you because you're late, like, oh, I'm on my way home, and she's got a problem, right? Now, if there's a kid at home, like, I mean, right, it's all relative, but if there's a kid at home and you guys had this perfectly laid out plan, then of course I can see why. See, everything has its own perspective. Everything has its own reasoning. So, but if it's a boundary issue, that's why you need to set not perfect, but you need to set boundaries early. Because now when you start standing up for yourself, she's going to not really, you know, she's not going to be used to that kind of thing. And your relationship might end anyway. Let me just tell you one piece of advice on top of everything I just said. Relationships, finding someone who's compatible to you, finding someone who vibes with you is difficult. It's a difficult thing. It's not easy, right? Relationships are hard. That's why you need to love yourself. You need to be okay with being alone with yourself and being who you are. Creating a fun afternoon for yourself. If you can't spend the weekend by yourself, something is wrong inside. Okay? You need to fix that. There's nothing wrong with being alone. What society and the people around you are telling you is that you need to find a partner. You need to buy a house. You need to have kids by this time, and this time. No, you don't. You can do whatever you want. It's okay. Spend the time. It's better to wait and find a great partner than it is to go through shitty partners who treat you like garbage. Now you got baggage. Now you think that you're worth less and shit like that. Fuck that. Just take your time, fellas. It's going to be fine. I'll see you guys on the other side. Set up coaching if you want to talk to me. Everything's down in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out here and here for some more tips. And check out Kyle Johnson, my other YouTube channel. It might be under Vibrational Awareness. Check that out too. That is going to be a place where you guys can go to see how I've done things in my life to become successful. Okay? My mindset, the business stuff. I'm actually working on a super long how to make money on YouTube guide that isn't like these gurus. It's just going to be one long presentation style video. And if I forget something, I'll make a part 2. Anyway, see you guys later. Done.